You guys, my name is Cookie Milkshake, and today I will be showing you how to do a cut crease. This cut crease in particular. See, I did not put on any eyelashes for this tutorial because that's not what this is about. But I used the Roxasaurus palette and pretty affordable makeup products that you can find at your local Ulta or Walmart. Yeah, that's about it. So let's get on to the video. I had this here this entire time, but that's basically all you do with the eyebrows, and it just looks like this. Pretty slay. Hold on, you guys, I'm gonna take a thumbnail. Period. And that's like how I do it. And now, so I don't like to clean up my eyebrows, but if you are just starting eyebrows or doing your makeup, I would say that might help you out to clean up your eyebrows. And this is the start of another tutorial, which is going to be a cut crease. So I do have this square brush by, I have too many things right here. I have a square brush by Midnight. That's what this is. And I don't know if I really like to use this. I like to use it for certain things, like here. Perfect. But I don't think I'm going to use that right now. Let me get out all my other brushes. And okay, so this got shimmer on it right now, so I'm going to wipe it off on this towel. I always take a little towel when I'm doing my makeups. Like, even if I'm doing somebody else's makeup, I get a clean towel or a paper towel. And that just like really quickly cleans things up, and you don't have to keep repurchasing towels. So for the top of my eyebrow, I like to use a shade that's like, this is like my skin color, and this is an elf. You see it, that's what it is. I use that for this part of my eyebrow because we are not trying to have no halo effect. We're not trying to be angels. But now, now I'm going to use one of these shades. I think I'm going to use this one since I've already dug my brush into it. I'm going to use that underneath my eyebrow because I do like the brow bone to be highlighted. And by the way, if you're just trying to do makeup that is alternative, this is not the tutorial for you. But I guess this could work depending on, I guess, thinking about it, I guess it does work for any type of makeup look. It just depends on how you want your eyebrows to look. I mean, obviously, if you're doing like drag, this isn't all the way gonna help because there is a gluing down aspect sometimes. But anyway, I do this. And you see how I'm just like dragging it and pulling it like this? This is literally all I need to do to like get the excess off. And I'm just putting it all over my eyelid because right now I'm going to be doing a cut crease, you guys. I know, it's like, what? How are we doing a cut crease? I don't know if I think I'm just gonna make like a part 2, like how to do eyebrows and then how to do a cut crease very quickly. Okay, so now that I've got that done, I'm not actually gonna, yes I am, I'm gonna conceal the top of my eyebrow. I was gonna say I'm not gonna do it yet, but I feel like I might as well since oh my gosh, I talked about it. Okay, so now I'm gonna use that. Like so. And you see how I just kind of left a bit of a gap there? I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And again, I just like to make sure, I can't see what I'm doing. I like to make sure that I have, the top of my eyebrow is always not top of my eyebrow, but the front of my brow is pretty natural looking. I don't know why. I've just always done my eyebrows that way, because I think it looks pretty snazzy and jazzy. I need this mirror closer. By the way, you guys, I wear glasses. I cannot exactly see what I'm doing. Now I can, since I'm looking at my mirror. But as you can see, this color, these two colors are different. This has a yellow undertone, and this has a more reddish undertone, and they both technically match my skin. So anyway, now I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm going to put a little bit more of this Conceal and Perfect on my eyelid, and I'm literally just going like that. I'm putting that on my eyelid, and don't do it as hard as I just did that, because I kind of hurt it. But I just want enough on there so the eyeshadow can stick. That's the reason why I use this. I will never go to anything else, because it's like I have this e.l.f. concealer. I've tried it on my eyelid for a base, and it does not work. Everything cracks, and it's just not cute whatsoever. I was thinking about using a different eyeshadow palette, but I'm not. I'm gonna use like an eyeshadow palette that's like pretty affordable. I think this is like $15 for this, but it's also not the best pigment. So this is what it looks like. It looks a mess, but does it work? Yes, I would say so. So I'm gonna do like orange, yellow, and brown, and I think maybe a little bit of blue under my eyes, because that's always a slay look. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the shade Lemonade, which is yellow, and I'm gonna put that right underneath my eyebrow. This brush is fluffy, as you can tell, and I'm like patting that under my eyebrow, just like that. And I guess this could be like a bit of a sunset what is it called? Eyeshadow look? I don't know. But I'm just putting it underneath my eyebrow, and I'm going to go in with the shade Timmy. Don't know why it's called that, but that is a white shade. Also, I'm not sure if they make this palette anymore. I don't know, because I got this a while ago. Put that white shade on top just to brighten up the Lemonade color. And now I'm going to go in with the shade Bang Bang, and this is going to be my transition shade. And a transition shade is usually the shade that helps you to blend all your colors together. And this is orange. Okay. And I'm patting it, and I'm going back and forth, which is typically called a windshield wiper motion. Patting, and I'm going to grab a little bit more. And I don't think this palette is super pigmented, but I feel like for a beginner is enough. Because I feel like if I were to use something like my Tammy X Revolution palette, which is this one right here. These are both Revolution palettes, but like this one is super pigmented and it will stain your eyelids and you might get angry. Yeah. So I think that this is pretty good, because this is not going to be staining your eyelids that much, because like the colors are not that in your face. So now I'm going to actually use the shade Red Velvet to deepen my crease. So you're probably like, girl, what is a crease? Basically the crease is like, you see the fold that's happening in my eye, that's your crease. Or I like to also do here, which is my eye socket. That's what I'm pressing on right now. Do you see the slight shadow there? That is my eye socket. So I'm using this Red Velvet shade, which is red, but like kind of pinky-ish. I'm just patting it up here. I'm not trying to get it in the back. I just want it at the front of my eyebrow, and I have a brush hair in my eyeball. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, like this. And I think I already have like a sunset eyeshadow makeup look, but I just want to show you specifically how to do a cut crease. And to blend it, again, this is just a windshield wiper motion. I'm like, look, I'm barely touching my eye. I'm gonna turn it again so you can see what I just did. And now I'm touching it more, and I do sometimes bring it down here like that. And that's gonna be like the base for my cut crease. Now, some people like to use a Vaseline type situation to take off the makeup here. I'm not gonna do that today because I don't feel like it, and I never do that, and my stuff turns out fine. But I'm gonna use this yellow shade here, and actually I think I have another thing. I don't feel like putting it. But I'm gonna use the same palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and tap here, just like this. And you remember how I said that right there is the socket and this is the crease. I'm gonna go around that area, just like this. And you see what I'm doing here? Tap and dragging it. Because this is a sticky product, that's why I like to use it for cut creases. And make sure you open your eye so you can see how much is being shown. And as you can see, I have hooded eyelids. Not very hooded, but it's hooded enough that you see how the skin just folded over itself. That means that if I put something in between that fold, you won't be able to see what that is. And I just turned my head just so I could see a little bit better, and I'm making this side a bit higher. And I'm gonna copy that other side. And why am I doing this? It's because I don't actually have that much lid space, but I'm creating that lid space by making this higher. And I'm not doing a full cut crease either because I don't like how those look on me. And now I'm patting this. I'm gonna check in the mirror how I'm looking. Oops. Okay. Alright. And mind you, this is not as intense in color as it may seem on camera. So, do I like how this looks? Not exactly. So how do you fix something where you don't like how high your cut crease is? What you're gonna do, go back in to your palette, take your eyeshadow that you were using previously, and you literally just pat it over the top. Just do that and it'll go away. But I'm not gonna get rid of that. I am only just putting this eyeshadow on the sides of my eye like that. I'm repeating that. And you see how I'm like going like this, windshield wiper motion, but in a smaller scale. I'm gonna drag that out a little bit more. I'm gonna turn to the side or this way so you can see how lightly I'm going on my eye. Do that the same on this side. Make sure that you check the front, see if it's looking the same. And now I think I'm going to use, I don't really know, I'm going to use the shade Constellations, which is like a light gold. And for that, I will be going in with the same brush that I use for the cut crease. Also, important tip for the cut crease, you really want a rounded brush. I don't think it matters how big the brush is, but a rounded flat brush is the best. I tried doing a cut crease tutorial before. I didn't upload it, but I tried to do it with this brush and a different concealer. It just did not work at all. So I know for sure that you want a sticky concealer or a sticky base and a round brush, because that way with this it's not gonna get in that rounded crevice well, like at all. Now, like I said, I'm going in with constellations. I almost want to just go for a white shade, but I've already started putting this on my eyelid, so it doesn't matter. And I'm patting it on there first, because this is going to get you the most pigment when you pat it or pack it. That's just going to give you all of the pigment possible. I'm going to drag that out just a little bit. And I'm going to do it the same way on this side. How are you guys feeling about this tutorial so far? Are you understanding it? If you don't, let me know in the comments and I'll answer you, help you out. You can also like DM me on my makeup Instagram. Might not get to you super fast, but I can provide a bit more help 101 if you would like that. And I just pack it on there until it looks pretty good. And I just wanted to do this with a palette that was small and easily accessible. You could also use a Profusion palette. I really like them, but they also tend to stain my eyelids. Yeah. So that's how you do a cut crease. This is how it's looking. What do we think? I think I might darken it some more. I'm going in with the shade Cocoa, which is, look how dark this is, you guys. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'm just gonna put it here so that it's almost like an eyeshadow, but I just want this to be deeper. I'm just gonna pack that on the, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna pack that right there. And I'm gonna go back in with red velvet. Pack that into, I don't know if this technique is gonna work because it just might not blend out at all, but I'm gonna try. Okay, that didn't quite blend, but that's alright. What we're gonna do is just go back into that red velvet, put more on top. Less is more, more is more. Okay, I think I'm gonna try to lighten this up a bit so you can see what I'm doing. I don't want to be glowing too much. Let me look up closer. And I feel like this needs purple in it. So I'm going in with the shade Memories right in front of the red velvet shade. Right. And then now you have like a more intense cut crease. And what I like to do to make a cut crease like even more like boom in your face, oops, I like to go in with a smaller brush. Today I'm going to use this wonky looking brush and I'm going to go back in with the red velvet. I might go in with the cocoa shade again, I don't know, but all I do is kind of clean up the cut crease while also just deepening the colors. You see what I'm doing? I'm going right above it and making it darker, and that's just gonna make that cut crease pop right in your face, just like that. The next step is if you have a what is it called? A wet wipe or a makeup wipe. That's what you should probably use. I don't have none at the moment, so I'm literally just using a towel, which is abrasive and painful, so I do not recommend this. But I just did that to clean up the eyeshadow a bit, and I'm using my finger because I have like some makeup, or not makeup, I have like skincare on my face, so it's pretty easy to blend that away. But that's basically all you have to do. Oh, I'm forgetting something. I do think that one of the most important and overlooked steps in makeup is cleaning everything up. So I'm putting some concealer on the back of my hand. This is in the shade Tan Sand. The other shade that I was using was Tan Neutral, which is darker. That's what I use above my eyebrows. So I'm using this. You know how I was talking about how this makes very sharp and jagged line? I'm using that. Did you see how I patted it? I pat, and then I dragged it. And now, you want to see how lightly? That's how lightly I'm going on my face. It's barely even moving. You're gonna go like that. And I'm going this far because I don't want too much underneath my eye because my eyes tend to crease. Now I'm looking in the mirror. And I patted a little bit and then I dragged it. Check it. Pat it under my eye. Drag. I'm going here to conceal under my eye. I don't go directly here unless I'm trying to do like a lifted look. So that would be going like that. And then I'm gonna go just like this. And I have no primer on. So I would recommend doing primer before you do the concealer and whatnot. I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy eyeshadow brush. Also do not recommend doing that unless that stuff is clean. And I barely clean this off, so hopefully this will not make my face too pink, because I already have a feeling that it's going to do that. But I'm using this fluffy brush and it's making my eye twitch like crazy. But you can either use this or a beauty blender, whichever one works for you. And I'm patting it and I'm going back and forth. And this blends pretty nicely, as you can tell. Like that. You remember how I said I was going to do the blue under my eye? I'm not going to do it. I'm not. Because I just forgot. And I feel like this looks cute by itself. Okay. And this can also help you to, if you want eyeshadow under your eye, I'll just show you. For the funsies, I'm going to go back in and use that brush that I used to make my cut crease a little more intense. Going in with the red velvet. I'm not doing a lot. And my stomach is growing. This makes my eye twitch. But I'm going in with this to like really unify the colors. And some people like to go back in with like the same shade that they use on their lid. So I'm going to use this light gold shade again. I'm going to go right there. Just to kind of match what I've done on my eyelid. Wipe that off. Use a little bit of that cocoa right there. And I'm going to pat that with my finger to blend it out. Like that. And now I'm not going to put on eyelashes. And I'm not going to put on foundation. You can totally do that if you want to. But this is not the makeup look of the century. And I don't really care to like keep it on my face for that long. But I want to do my eyelashes. I don't know. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. This is my eyelash curler. I open my eye, bend it like this, and I open it like that. I do not drag it out like this, because I would end up ripping out my eyelashes, and that does not sound like fun. I didn't curl that very well, but whatever. I'm gonna use this mascara by Sunset Makeup. I think it's waterproof. I don't remember. I really don't. But I'm gonna use that. I'm kind of blinking a bit as I do this. And I always get mascara on my eyelid, so if you do that, you're normal. Okay? It happens. And the way to take that off in very quickly, I guess, is letting it dry, which is not quick. Actually, I don't know why I said quickly. That was the wrong choice of words. But you let it dry, and then you take a Q-tip or a spoolie that doesn't have anything on it and scrape it off. But I never do that. Stomach is growling again. Okay. And that's the cut crease all done. Like, completely now, after I said it was, like, done, like, 1,000 times. But that's how I do a cut crease. I'm not putting on anything, like, eyelashes, because I don't feel like taking them off. But this is how I do my cut creases, like, very fast. I know 25 minutes to most of y'all. I'm probably like, that's not fast. What are you talking about? This is fast for me, right? So I'm going to take a picture. Close my eyes so you can see what I've done. A little smolder. You know how it is, you guys. Turn my head a bit. Open. And that's how you do it. Comment down below, let me know if this tutorial helped you. And if you have any other ideas for what you want to see, like, do you want to learn how to, like, cover your eyebrows with glue, like drag makeup? Do you want to know how to make pigments pop in your skin? How to find your foundation shade? Just comment down below, let me know. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you can see more videos like this or my art content. Yeah, just let me know what you would like to see. Make sure to like the video if you like the video, and you could also dislike it. That's fine. I won't be mad at you. But yeah, that's that. Bye bye.